All right. Well, maybe if they want to sponsor our show, you can say their name on our show.
Well, were we live yet?
No, we're not.
Okay, good.
Only for the last few seconds.
Well, the coffee is good. I always love it when you order, can I have a large black French roast? Would you like room for cream and sugar? Wouldn't be black. I know they get in their rhythm.
Yeah. Everybody's probably going, it's a holiday. What are you guys doing on? Well, I'm working.
Yeah. I'm working all day today.
Yeah, I'm working too. I have a lot of people reached out over the weekend. I think they saw our show about how, it's
now's the time.
Yeah. Which we've been saying for the last whatever long.
Yeah.
But yeah, now is the time because this is the best time in the next 5 years. I'm repeating something I heard from somebody else, which is repeating from what we said.
Yeah. Yeah.
Never.
So it's like an echo.
Yep. Well,
I was talking to a lot of realtors this weekend, and
you're talking to a bunch of what?
Realtors.
Okay.
You thought I said the other word?
Yes.
No, you'll never catch me doing that. Well, you might.
Yes, I caught you one night. Somebody did it at your event you held for Massac.
Oh, somebody did it. Yeah, Derek did it.
Yeah.
And I gave him a hard time about it. Busy realtors out there this weekend showing buyers. Kind of fun.
Yeah. Well, it's if you don't hurry it up, you're going to find out you're going to be in the same boat we were in and have a bunch of offers and, more houses on the market.
People are catching on.
Yeah.
Yeah. A few more.
Yeah. I know. Well, of course, it's not going to be a ton. I had appraisal done on my house. I almost fell over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you sitting or standing when you got the result?
I was standing. I was pleasantly surprised how expensive my home is.
Yeah.
I thought it was expensive. Then I got my appraisal and it's really expensive.
Yeah, it's really expensive.
Yeah.
I got an appraisal back on a sale last week. God, the guy went out Tuesday morning and Tuesday afternoon. Boom, it was in, made value. Listing agent was freaking out that it wasn't going to make value. I didn't have any concerns whatsoever. I just saw value. So,
yeah, I went and researched my value of my house, like we normally do.
Yeah.
And I was like, sounds about right. It came in $100,000 over that.
Wow. Must have been your best buddy.
No, we remodeled our master. We've remodeled. I'm sorry, our main bedroom.
Primary.
Yeah, sorry. And today would be the worst day to say that on. And then,
sorry, you caught me by.
I know. I was trying to get you
unawares.
Yeah. And then our kitchen, because we have 1950s home. It was originally a veteran's home. That's how they built them, and it's been remodeled and remodeled and remodeled forever.
Is it a Sears Craftsman or
no? It's not one of those ordered by the catalog. No, not one of those. But
those are cool homes. I love those homes. Yeah.
Well,
and you know what?
No,
they last.
Well, I'm sure everything back then did. They actually had real 2x4s.
I know. They measured 2x4.
That's right.
Not 1 5/8.
And they use 2x6s when they should have, when most places don't these days.
Yep. So. True.
Yeah. So things are because we're going to put a pool in.
Do you have any good questions over there?
Actually,
from anybody?
I'd have to, let's see. Give me a second.
Hey, I've always been thinking about doing this.
Nope.
Okay. Well,
go ahead.
I think it's incumbent upon us, realtors and lenders and everybody that's in real estate, to really start pushing on our assembly people and our congressmen. And I know there's 1,000 ways that we have to do this, and you got to take care of private property rights. However, all these very large, empty commercial buildings.
Is there a lot of them?
A lot.
Where?
All over the place.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you right now.
Just think of all the old Save Marts.
The one next door to me, that building there, people were overpricing on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is
over here.
Yeah, right here
on the corner.
Yeah.
Well, it's good. That's kind of a nice prime location. However, let's convert these things into high density residential, turn them into little villages with our homeless problem. And we're not building very many new dwellings. Let's really work on this.
You think that's a good thing to do?
I think it's an awesome thing to do. I think there's 1,000 things to think about.
Condos or something for a bunch of other people.
Yeah, but a condo could be high density, higher density.
Right.
1,000 things to think about, like fire and health and safety and does the owner want to participate? Rezoning, stuff like that. But man, we got to start doing outside the box thinking and being able to produce some units for people to live in.
Well, that's why I'm thinking, I understand homeless is important, but there's regular, people who need to buy a rent or whatever before they come homeless because they can't find anything. Right. And so I think flip those into little condos would be great.
Sure.
Something, or even go higher,
Well, just like downtown would benefit from high density or just condos. I have a feeling there are very few people who would absolutely right out the bat buy, but I believe that you would get renters and or people doing luxury leases, or not even luxury leases, but leases downtown. And then once those people are there, so many more services will be there too, other than just restaurants and bars.
Right.
You do have the one market on I Street, but you'll see more of that. It'd be interesting to create popular downtown living.
Well, that's why we need the ballpark.
Yeah, exactly. Ballpark.
Yeah. And all right, so I have a couple. And
okay,
good.
Good.
What does contingent mean in real estate? I didn't say it was a great one. Here's the problem.
That's a great one.
I research. So every month we research questions on Google that everybody asks. The problem is lately they're about the same questions every month.
Right. Well, contingent can mean a lot of things. There are contingencies in every purchase contract. There's a loan contingency, appraisal contingency. There's an inspection contingency. But this question is, what does contingent mean? It means, in my view, a buyer has a piece of property that they already own. They're selling it. They're purchasing another property contingent on the sale and close of escrow of their existing property. That's what it means.
So that means that if they write an offer, that they cannot release a contingency for their house until their other house sells, right? Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah. They can't release the contingency for the sale, and then they definitely can't release the contingency for the close of escrow,
right?
Until it closes. So contingent. There are a lot of people out there right now in this market, because homes are selling so quickly, that are contingent or conditioned on the close of escrow of their property. It's already in escrow when they're purchasing. And then there's the reverse contingency, which is where a seller is like, I want to sell my house. I want to take advantage of this market, and I want to purchase in this market. So my home is contingent upon me finding suitable replacement property, either in Tennessee or Modesto.
Okay. Now I have another one. Remember Joe Garcia?
Yep.
So he asks, how does he find a good realtor?
Usually by word of mouth. Ask your friends for the realtor that they worked with, that they were happy with. The other way you do it is you go online and you search the area, and you read their reviews and read their public statements, and give them a call and investigate.
And you wouldn't be offended if they reached out to you, right?
Never. No.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right. I'm going to give you one more. See how easy these are. Are the real estate taxes the same as property taxes?
Yeah. Yeah. Property taxes, real estate taxes. Well,
yes and no.
Yes and no.
All right. So, because you could have real estate taxes when you sell your property, right? That's because
it's a transfer tax.
Right.
Yeah.
And you also could have capital gains because of real estate tax,
right.
So, but I think what most people think of as property taxes, which they tax you on your property each year, is the same as real estate taxes. It's a generic term, but you have to be careful with what you're talking about. It's like hazard insurance and home insurance.
Well, and that's an interesting question, but the question doesn't really, are we hitting what you're really trying to find out? Because we're being taxed on everything, kids. You sell the house, you get taxed. You get some gain. If you don't reinvest, you get taxed. Right.
Right. If you make over 500,000
as a married couple,
then you get taxed.
Now that's
even
the
if you
other thing.
put it into the next house.
Correct. You get taxed.
Talk to your tax advisor before you decide to sell.
Yeah, and there's talks in the hallways right now, and for the last couple of years is changing that, not being discriminatory to a single person, because if you're a single person and you sell, you get $250,000 gain or tax free as far as gain. Married, $500.
Well, each person gets $250.
Married, $500. Yes. So they're talking about raising it every individual $500. Period.
Really?
Yes.
That would be amazing.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Especially they get caught up with where the values are. All right.
Yep.
So I'm going to throw you another one since these are all softballs today.
They really are.
Okay. What real estate expenses are tax deductible? Talk to your tax advisor.
Yep. Talk to your tax advisor. Rule of thumb, talk to your tax advisor.
That's right. But there are some costs.
There are quite a few.
Yeah, that you can. But we are not tax people, but we recommend you talk to your tax advisor because they will tell you what you can write off because everybody's situation is different. Right?
Depending on what you're doing.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. So out of 31 questions that were the top questions on Google, those were all the real estate questions.
Wow. 3.
No, we did like 4, didn't we? Well, I mean, okay, here's another. Will there be a real estate housing market crash?
No.
All right.
Not under current conditions.
That's right.
Put it that way.
Right. Not with the fact that we don't have enough inventory and we are short 4.3 million homes.
Yep.
And at the rate we're building them at extra 200,000 a year, it's only going to take 19 years to get caught up. So I don't see it happening.
If you want to buy sometime soon, buy today. Don't bank on a real estate market crash in the next couple of years.
It's not going to happen.
I don't think it's going to happen unless something changes, something drastic, and then we're all in the same boat. You probably wouldn't be able to buy.
You still need to live somewhere, though.
Right.
You'll be still living somewhere. You'll just be paying somebody's mortgage.
Maybe we'll convert a Save Mart.
All right. So I lied. So there's like 6 and one more. When will real estate prices go down? See, I told you they're the same questions. Why are real estate prices so high? Because we have
no
dispensaries
supply
all over. Because we have dispensaries all over.
Yeah. Real estate markets prices will go down when there's an overabundance of real estate on the market. That hasn't happened yet.
Right. And everybody's stating, even that one guy who states never to buy a house, is that we are in a point where we're not going to see appreciation go down. We might go down to a normal amount between 5 and 7%, which isn't normal. Usually it's 4 to 5%.
Right.
So historically, we are 4 to 5% over a year, over a 30-year period. We've been at ridiculous appreciation. We need it to slow down a little bit. Yeah. And then interest rates going up takes out millions of people to be able to buy. So it allows other people who are not competing now. Now you don't have to write over $50,000 over. So people with a VA, FHA, or USDA can actually buy a house.
And you don't have to buy 100% as is. You might be able to get a few things taken care of, some deferred maintenance.
And some money for closing costs.
Yeah, exactly.
Buy the rate down, do a 2-1 buy.
2-1 buy down.
Yep.
And we've been talking about that for a while.
Yeah, it's always been there. It's just people forget about it.
Yeah,
it's been there for even when rates were low, you could still do it, but might as well just get the low rate.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, I think that's about it for today.
It's a good Monday.
Yep.
I haven't had a bad Monday. No, what's the point?
Yeah. Oh, gas. Diesel prices are still there. Hold on. Joe Garcia has a question. Thanks, Joe. I hope I answered your question. Let's see, Joe. When financing, what are the pros and cons using a broker versus direct lender? Pro using a broker. I never have to say no.
Yeah.
It's so every lender, and I'm not knocking lenders. There's a lot of good ones. There's a lot of them out there. I use only wholesale lender as a broker so that I'm able to go and find the best rate and the lowest rate for you. And I can find that program that will work for you. When you're with a particular lender, they don't always broker, regular lenders can broker out also, but they can't broker to only wholesale companies like I do. One of the companies I use a lot is UWM, and I can get a loan done in 9 days with them, which is unusual for most places.
9 days?
9 days. And the only reason I can't do any faster is because when you sign the loan estimate, you cannot sign loan documents for 7 days.
7?
Yes.
So you sign a loan estimate in 2 days.
Well, that you sign the loan estimate and then they go through the process, but you cannot sign loan documents sooner than 7 days after you signed your loan estimate. So if they can fix that law, we could do it faster.
Wow.
Yeah. So then they fund on the 8th day. They could record on the 8th day, and then I rest on the 9th.
Yeah. Rest on. Hands go back. I'm going to hang out.
That was just,
being punny.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
So Joe, thanks for so for me, some lenders have LLPAs, lender loan price adjustments, or certain FICO score requirements, or certain other things that they have that other places might not have. Everybody's different.
We call those overlays.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
So it's better to go, I feel, to go with a broker. That's why I stayed as a broker, even when 2008 happened, when everybody jumped ship and went over to be a net branch or whatever, because they didn't want to show their commission. I think everybody should show how much they make.
Yeah.
And we don't make money off of what we charge interest rates anymore, that kind of stuff. We make the same way you guys make your money off of the size of the sell. We make it off the loan amount. So the larger the loan amount, the more money we make.
Yeah.
So I only work with $1 million product. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I work with everybody.
Well, and that's why realtors really want to do their best for the seller. That's one of the reasons. The other is that's our fiduciary duty, is to get the highest and best price in the quickest amount of time possible. And the seller always gets to pick how that time is, depending on their time frame. So we're there for you.
Right. Now, the con might be for a broker. Not all of them would know how to do a construction loan. Or have a place for a construction loan.
Right.
You might need to specify a certain thing, but like hard money, you go somewhere else. I don't really do hard money. That's just one of those things I don't have time for. There's other people in town who do that really well. Go to them.
Yep, absolutely.
But I hope Joe, thanks for, asking those questions on LinkedIn.
Yeah. And thanks for always being here.
Yeah. And so, and someone asked the other day, what's the best software or best app or best place to go to check for housing? And I said realtor.com.
I believe that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's the same MLS you guys use, right?
Well, metrolist.com is where we put our information, and realtor.com pulls the information from Metrolist. So there is a public side of Metrolist, so everything's live time. But so
is there?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I think it's called metrolistmls.com or metrolist.com. And then we have our private side that you have to belong to be able to get into and put your information in. So that's a really good one too, as far as live. And then the other is realtor.com. The others are.
Don't even say.
I'm not.
Yeah. I mean, there was one, it was Zebra or something like that.
Zebra.
That would take your information of where you're searching, go buy homes in that market, fix them up and flip them and sell them right back to you. So, yeah.
Self-serving.
Yeah, sounds that way.
Yeah.
We're all here to help everybody. We're not here just to line our pockets.
Right. Correct.
All right. I hope that we answered your question there, Joe. And thanks for asking, like I said. Yep. And any question for me over there? You want to throw me one?
Here, I'll reach into the bucket of questions. And we've had that one.
Throw it on the floor.
Can you buy a house with no money down?
Yes. USDA and VA. And then actually, you know what? Currently, I guess, you could do some CalHFA now, right? Even though I don't like CalHFA because it's so expensive with the actual costs and everything,
right? And
rates and everything. But there are some down payment assistance programs potentially out there for FHA. But remember, they're going to have a limit on how much you can make. And most of that stuff's around, 60, 70,000. And right now, to buy in like Modesto and certain homes, you can't do it that you're going to be 90,000, right? So you need two incomes now. You can't just do it. So you have to be really careful. So talk to somebody like myself, reach out through anywhere, IG, I'm the same everywhere. Go to my website. You can do it there too, but reach out. We can qualify you and get you with somebody like a Mike Kelly or somebody like that.
Right. And then we can discover what's best for you at that moment.
Right.
Can a VA loan have a cosigner?
Only if they're another veteran.
Right. I love that one.
Yeah, because that's what technically no, unless they're another veteran. And then and so it's usually the veteran and another veteran, or a veteran and their spouse, whatever that is.
Spouse.
Yeah.
Not daughter.
No, can't be daughter. Cannot be daughter. But now, the widower, when a vet passes away, if that person doesn't remarry, they can keep that loan and refinance and all the other stuff too.
Right. Which is great.
Mm-hmm.
Take care of our veterans.
That's right. And that we were talking about PTSD for a whole month. Well, someone said, how come veterans only get 1 day and not a whole month?
How come?
I don't know.
Me either.
We need to change that.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks everybody for watching. We'll be back on Wednesday. Everybody make it a
See you,
great
kid.
day.